What's going on, my brothers? What's going on, my sisters? I feel like I'm on FaceTime right now, just, talking to you. But today, I wanted to just talk about something that I know I've experienced. I know that people, around me, close family members, still to this day experience. And by the title, I'm sure you can already tell what it is. The victim mindset. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know or are not familiar with the victim mindset, basically, it is the mentality that, you essentially you feel powerless in your life. You feel like you don't really have a sense of direction. You feel like everything is everyone else's fault, right? Like there's no accountability aspect, right? And, this happened to me because, this person hurt me and, I will never forgive them. Like that is the victim mentality. Those are traits of someone with a victim mentality. All right. Now, why I brought this topic up today is because if you truly want to be successful in any realm and feel that confidence within yourself and feel that empowerment, you need to lose the victim mentality. All right. It's essentially a death trap. Okay. It's designed to keep you in a negative loop of thoughts that is lacking accountability and lacking you taking the control over yourself, right? Now, let's be real, okay? We as humans, as individuals, can really do anything we want in this world. Like there's nothing that is off limits, right? Sure, the older you might be, things might be a little bit more difficult to attain, right? If you're, let's just say in your 60s right now and, you had dreams of becoming a professional baseball player or a professional athlete, yeah, buddy, your window has closed, unfortunately, right? But, but, for the most part, you can do anything you want in this world, right? And it starts between the ears. All right. Now, just a little insight of me, I've grown up in an environment where it wasn't the greatest. It was, surrounded by poverty, right? Or the ghetto. I mean, let's call it what it is, right? It was ghetto. Okay. Regularly as a kid, seeing drug dealers on the corner, regularly, hearing gunshots pop off, some nights not having hot water to take showers, so growing up, have experienced a lot of those things, right? That somebody watching right now, you might even be going through something similar. One of the things I just mentioned, right? The whole point I bring that up for is you cannot let your circumstances or your environment enslave you into that victim mentality. The reason for that is because if you adopt that victim mentality and you make decisions out of that victim mentality, you've lost control. All right. So let this be that reminder to take control. Okay. Take control over your thoughts. All right. Take control over your daily habits. Okay. Now, I'm not saying these things are going to be easy by any means, because they're not. Okay, they're not easy, and it requires a lot of inner and self-work. Okay? The first step of letting go of the victim mentality is taking accountability. Okay? And taking accountability is going to be essential for that, because accountability is you realizing that your outcome, or the results that your habits and your thoughts are producing, you are the creator of those. You are the one that formulated these thoughts and these habits and expressed them outward, and that turned into action, that turned into thought patterns. All right, so super important. Accountability is going to be your main focus point if you're trying to break the victim mentality. All right, now you might be asking, right, what are the benefits of breaking the victim mentality? Right, once you have control over your thoughts and you develop consistent habits within yourself that are helping you, we'll say, level up, right, in terms of you feel yourself getting mentally stronger. You might be working out, right? That's a good healthy habit. You're getting physically stronger. You might be praying daily, right? That's spiritual. You're getting stronger spiritually, right? These are things that are going to allow you to think more clearly and produce better results out of your life. Okay? Now, this might be the hardest part, right? But no matter what you've gone through in your life, you have to forgive those people who hurt you. And I know that's probably hard to hear, right? Because I don't know your story, right? Only you know what you've gone through, right? But you have to forgive these people, right? You have to forgive the circumstances that you've gone through, right? You need to heal. Okay, it's going to require you to heal. It's going to require you to sit with yourself, right? And think about it. Think about the times where, you might have gone through childhood trauma, or maybe not even childhood, maybe recent trauma, right? Maybe you might just be going through like it feels like a downward spiral right now of just negative loops of, it's just one thing after another, right? Forgive yourself, right? Forgive the people that hurt you. Because if you're not forgiving, if you're not healing yourself, you're stunning your growth, essentially. All right? Now, with that being said, right, I'm going to take it back to environment. If you are in an environment right now where your situation is not the greatest, you need to be putting in overtime to make sure that you are regulating yourself, right? Because you already have your environment is already like a negative contributor, right? So you got to take yourself outside of your environment, take yourself outside of your current situation, and visualize, right, the new place that you want to live in, right? The new home, right? Or just maybe the new city, the new state, right? Or, you might be right now without, transportation, and it's really like, hurting you. Or, who knows, you might even be struggling to put food on the table, right? Like, don't allow your circumstances to shape your reality, right? Because the devil is always going to put negative thoughts, right? The devil's always going to put, doubt and fear. Okay, the devil is always going to use fear against you, right? Fear of poverty, right? Fear of change, fear of loneliness, right? So once the devil enters your mind and has some type of way that he can get to you, he will use that against you. All right, that is the devil's goal for humans. Like, he wants to take you away from your purpose. All right, he wants to take you away from your calling, right? Your purpose, your passions, right? Anything positive, anything remotely positive that you have going on in your life, the devil will always try to turn it and spin it in a negative way. All right. In the book Outwitting the Devil, right, there's a specific part that kind of stuck with me, right? And they were talking about, I don't know if mentioning the name is going to be bad or not, but they were talking about a genocide leader. I'll say that, right? A genocide leader that he basically used for his army, right? And what he did to this genocide leader is he allowed that person to feel like he was in control. Mind you, the devil was using him as a puppet for his own agenda, right? So, no, you're not out here committing genocides, right? But the little things that you have going on within your daily life could be getting poisoned by, little things that the devil is feeding you. All right, so take care of yourself. All right, take care of yourself. The good thing about you realizing that you might have this victim mentality right now is you have the power to change. All right, you have the power to shift it. Right? You have the power to turn something negative into a positive. Right? But at the end of the day, it's all going to come down to how you view it. It's going to come down to how you respond in, the things that life throw at you. Right? Control what you can control. That's the main message here. If it's in your power and you have the ability to influence the decision, influence it, control it, right? Because if you don't control it and you leave it up, right, that is you actively making a choice to neglect it, right? So take control of your life, all right? It's not too late. Doesn't matter, who I'm talking to right now. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're a young adult. I don't care if you're, in your 40s, 50s. I mean, you have the power to change. All right? You have the power to be better. You have the power to make an impact on people. All right? You have the power to still live out your dream, right? Or hit these goals that you want. Like, don't allow yourself to get lost. All right? Use a form of, like, something that's going to better you, like, I'll tell you right now, my personal things that I use, I journal, right? I I work out, I eat clean. These are things that are all in my control as a person, right? So you've already got so many forces working against you. Don't be your own enemy. So with that being said, I hope y'all took something from this message. I hope that, you continue on the path to, be better, and you continue on the path to, self growth and, development, and forgive yourself, right? It's not too late. You've got time to still change the narrative, right? It starts now. It starts in this very moment. Just like I said in the last video, right? After you get done watching this video, make the right choices from that point forward, right? It's as simple as that. Start building the right habits and watch everything that you want and you work towards slowly come into fruition. All right, well, I'm going to get up out of here. My brother, my sister, hope y'all take care of yourselves. Till next time.